bathroom right now is just sad. It's the original bathroom from when it was
blue
built
tile.
with blue tile. It has great wallpaper, and I really wanted to just come up with a solution that I was gonna love, but that wasn't gonna be too time consuming.
These are real people, real projects, real stories. This is DIY Nearby.
It has taken me so long to tackle this project because we have so many projects that we're working on. We bought a fixer-upper about a year ago, and the amount of projects we have are overwhelming, and they just keep building. And so this bathroom has been put off time and time again. I'm very excited about getting this done because it would mean that one project can be checked off the list.
Okay, first thing we're gonna do, since we're putting shiplap on these walls, we want to just put a quick coat of paint over here because with those little gaps, we don't want to see any of this, 1980s pattern peeking through. And then while that's drying, we're gonna go and start cutting those shiplap panels. And then we're actually gonna plank these walls to get the farmhouse style that Channing is wanting to achieve in here. So we're just gonna measure across, and this area is actually gonna be pretty simple. And we're gonna make our cuts. Let's put it down at the base so we know we're straight across. So we're gonna cut that board, and as soon as we cut it, the leftover piece from the end will start over here so that we actually have like that staggered design going up, and they're not all end to end.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're ready to make the first cuts, but we're in your dining room, so.
Yes, we live in Houston, and we have very bipolar weather. So it's now raining.
It rains a lot.
And we cannot do this outside. But lucky for us, I have an old table.
And I live in construction.
So we can do this indoors.
All right.
Just don't tell my husband he's not here. This was a 4x8 piece of plywood. It was 11 by 32 was the thickness. And we're doing 6-inch planks.
All right, well, first thing, we've got our glasses, because this thing will make lots of dust. You're gonna hold your wood with your left hand.
Okay.
You're gonna turn it on up here, and once it starts spinning, you can lower it. This will automatically move out of the way for you. It fits, okay. So I'll hold this in place. There you go.
Like how far apart? Like here?
I think that's good, yes.
I am woman.
I am woman.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Airstrike.
We need our nickels. The nickels are what we're using for spacers. And that way, throughout the entire project, we're gonna have the same spacing on all of our wood. That's all it takes, right? It's just a few tools, and you can tackle an entire bathroom. So. Okay, so since we're gonna have this kind of weird measurement right here, so I'm just gonna hold up this piece of scrap wood and make the line. And I'm also gonna use this to just sort of mark it. So we'll just use that as a template on the board and use a jigsaw to cut out the little square, and then that's going to fit perfectly in there. It fits!
Perfection!
Yep, and it actually looks like it's going to line up perfectly. Okay, so now we're going to move on to your floor, and you've got this really beautiful blue.
Don't talk bad about my floor.
It's a little dated.
Yes.
So we're first going to put down a coat of chalk paint in this, what is this, charcoal? We're going to do a dark gray. Our first step is you're going to do the rolling, I'm going to do the painting. Okay, so we've got the shiplap up. Now we're left with a bunch of these little holes.
Okay.
So we're just going to use some wood filler and a putty knife to fill those in, smooth it away. We'll do a quick little sanding over it, and then we'll be ready for paint.
Awesome.
Okay, so we've got all the shiplap done. That was quite a bit of work, a little bit more than we thought, but it's turned out great. But we've got these weird corners where things didn't always match up perfectly. That's fine. What we're actually going to do now is put some quarter round in the corners.
Okay.
And we've got these neat little corner pieces that are just going to cap over any of these exposed edges. So we've got a lot more measuring to do and a little bit more cutting, but then we are almost done.
Awesome.
All right, Channing, time to paint. Okay, well, we're at the fun part, which is adding all your fun new accessories. So we're gonna put these mirrors back up with just a little paint trick, or a tape trick. So we're basically just gonna spread the tape between the two holes. We're just gonna make the holes. All right. And now we can put this up on the wall and it shows us where we need to drill our holes.
I think I realized that it was a lot easier than what I realized. I think that it seemed daunting, but it was fun. Like, it was really fun. I love doing any type of DIY.
Yeah.
I prefer my house to be full of DIYs. I love that. I definitely feel more comfortable starting a project by myself. I mean, I feel like after you taught me how to do this, like I could have finished it on my own, but I'm glad I didn't have to. Usually my husband kind of takes the reins on, I just tell him what I want and then he just kind of does it. But I love that we did this together. I love that I feel capable to kind of tackle.
Ownership, right?
Yeah.
Like, you did this
we
yourself.
did this. I know. Well, with you.
But I think Channing did great. She knew what she wanted. She just needed someone kind of there to give her a little push. And like she said, it was really not a complicated project. There were some hiccups, so I'm sure it was nice having someone there to help you through, because sometimes when you DIY, like, problems happen, and so it's just nice having someone to ask, like, well, how do we get around this? How can we do this?
Right.
And it was great to be able to get through that together.
Yeah,
So.
it's fun.
The people, projects, and stories featured on this episode come from viewers like you.